Oh, here we are. We're live.
Yes, we are.
So I'm working on something in the background here. When I click that live button, it says I was out of storage.
Say what?
Out of storage. I've got like 61 videos. This thing keeps everything stored on there, so it's okay. I got a fix for it here in just a
Say
second.
you got a way to back them up on an alternative.
Yeah. So when they take our videos down off of YouTube, I still have the videos.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm sitting here looking at the turnout numbers for Georgia, and then it's showing you the turnout numbers for 2020 and 2018. But these numbers were posted back on 10/17, so they're not really up to date. But it shows you a comparison, same day in 2020 and 2018. It's 2020 is nothing much of a difference, but 2018, oh yeah, big time.
You talking about the turnout numbers?
Yeah, like
I think there's some broke records this year.
there probably is. I mean, I'm sitting there looking at total turnout. This says of 10/17/2022 off the, I guess it's the Georgia voters, Brad Ratfinkberger. It's his way. But it says total turnout was 143,077 voters. Early in person was 131,318, and absentee voters it was 11,759.
Wow.
That's a lot. And then if you go down to turnout numbers through the same day in 2020, early in person was 136,739. So you're looking at what? About 7,000 more voters. That's not earth shattering. But turnout numbers on the same day in 2018, which was the midterms back then, early in person voting was only 70,849. So more people are definitely voting. I don't know if it's because you got more people that give a shit or more people are just saying, nope, we got to do something or whatever. But you're talking about the number between 2018 and now has more than doubled on early voting for a midterm.
So having your ID and stuff like that is not crippling it?
Well, I guess it depends on who you ask. Some would say it's voter suppression now. Just saying.
I feel suppressed.
I feel suppressed every time I go to the damn gas station.
Yeah, I got gray hairs and they're still asking for my fucking ID. I want to buy a pack of smoke. So yeah.
When it's funny when you go in to buy like beer or cigarettes or whatever, and they card you, and you want to say something to them like, before you were a thought, I was probably having something cold to drink, and you're carding me, right? Oh, I mean, I get it. It's what they're required to do, but it's just kind of ridiculous to me,
Yeah, but I've been at a gas station and I get carded, and then some damn teenager comes up right beside me, and they don't get carded, and I'm like, what the? Really?
Well,
Okay.
Probably because he knows them or got some work out where he's getting him a 6-pack. Something's going on. So, but I'm trying to see if I can find some more recent stuff on Georgia vote on the midterms, and then we can go over to the other states. Let's see. Oh, here's something about Kubota Abrams. That sounds like something we need to look at.
Get me all excited now.
Hey.
Not about her. But
No. It's the title is, did Stacey Abrams pick the wrong year? It says Greg Bluestein on the What's Happening in Georgia 1 week out. Now, this is from something called The Intelligencer through the New York Magazine. So this is YouTube. This is a legitimate article. Just letting you know. I'm not making shit up, pulling out my ass. Just dropping facts. Well, internet facts. Let's see. I love how at every turn they try to throw shade on Herschel Walker, which just irritates the hell out of me. Is he perfect? Probably not. But I guarantee you he's a lot more God-fearing and honest than who's running against him, who claims to be a preacher. I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, you listen to his video or announcement, right? And
Yeah.
he says we need to get America back to what's important, you know, family, you know, God, religion, and away from evil. Look, I know the man did some things in his past, okay? The only difference between him and Warnock is Warnock wasn't shit. Herschel was. He was under the microscope his whole life.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, Warnock's just better at hiding it. We'll say it that way.
Well, yeah, he's a Democrat.
Yeah, it's kind of
goes hand in hand, dude.
Huh?
It kind of goes hand in hand. If you're a Democrat, I mean, hiding shit. That's like that's what basic Democrat 101. So, sitting here looking at. Oh. It's like it's a kind of a puff piece to me. It doesn't really say one way or the other. I think it's to get you just to read it. I mean, I don't have time to read all the way down through this, but I think the issue is that even if she runs against him, I don't know. I mean, even right now, Kubota running against the current governor, I don't know if she can pull it off. Not legally or legitimately. I just don't see it. Because there's so much, it's going to be a close race. We already know this. I mean, look how close it was last time. And she never conceded. Well, not conceded, but you know what I'm talking about. She ran against him last time, and wasn't it like within how many points? Do you remember?
I don't. I mean, I'm trying to look up some stuff right now. Apparently, my internet's been cut off. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's just slow.
Say, we got bigger problems then.
Man, did everybody not get notifications? I don't have anybody in here.
Well, Saxman's here, Cat's here, Mama D. Well, like I'm sitting there looking here, and the Hill is saying that Sabato's crystal ball moves Georgia governor's race to likely Republican. Now, again, I'm not calling one way or the other. I want to just hold my thoughts until a little bit sooner, hopefully. But, you know, I didn't even know that Kemp and Abrams had a debate. That shows you how much I'm watching it.
Yeah. Look, I'm not a real big Kemp fan, but I mean, he's done a lot of things that people don't know about for the school systems.
Right.
You know, all the teachers and school workers that worked through the pandemic the whole time and never stopped.
Right.
You know, I mean, he took care of them and sent them a little extra, which is good. I mean, that's what you need to do. But a lot of people don't know about it. You don't see that on the news. I mean, he didn't go boast and brag about it. The only reason I know about it is because I know people that work in the system.
Right.
But I don't know.
Wasn't his wife a teacher or something to do with education, or am I mistaken? I thought his wife was in education.
I think she is.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
See, it says right now, and this is the hill again, that Kemp's leading Kubota by 7 points. And that was a day ago. If that's true, here's what I'm going to say. If he's able to hold that enough of a lead, like let's say 7 points, if he's able to hold that, that's enough of a lead where I don't believe there's a way to do a recount or anything else. There's no reason for a runoff. It's clear that he won. I mean, they'll be whining and there'll be people shaking their fists and setting fire to things. You know how that goes.
Well, that would be in Atlanta. So
well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It'll be a clear.
What?
Yeah, well, it'll be a clear victory though. And if that happens, I'm not sure if Kubota will run again. I mean, she might down the road.
Well, she may move back to her home state and try to run there.
What state is she from?
Ain't she from Denver, Colorado, Denver, or some shit, or Alabama, or some shit?
You know what? Now that you mention that,
yeah.
Now I've got to go look.
No, she's from Madison, Wisconsin.
What in the hell did she end up down here for? I mean,
she was raised. That's where she was born at, and then she was raised in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Oh my Lord! Well, I know.
I mean, her family's been here since '89, but still, I don't know. She need to go away.
She just, I don't know. Every time I'm so sick of seeing her commercials, her ads, nonstop about you've got the right to vote. And blah, 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 blah. It's like everybody's got a right to vote. We know that. You're the one who's trying to make it out like there's some secret cabal trying to make sure that people can't get to vote, which is the biggest crock of shit on the face of the planet. You know, I see anybody want to vote early at my precinct. I mean, let's just be real. I'm on the fringe of the hood. All right. I'm definitely not the majority walking up in that bitch, which doesn't bother me. I'm just being matter of fact. I didn't see nobody in there having any issues pulling out damn ID and showing who they were or anything else. I mean, everybody seemed like they were fine with it. You know, I'd say 3/4 of poll workers were of color. I'd say number of people in there voting is probably the same breakdown, maybe a little bit higher for people voting. So this whole farce or fallacy about people of color being denied their ability to vote is a lie. It's something that's being perpetuated, you know.
Right. So I'm looking on the 538 website, which is an official pollster website.
Right.
They've got Walker 48% over Warnock at 45% right now.
Okay. See, here's the thing I've noticed when you go to different, like say you go to the AJC or you go to, you know, Communist News Network or Fox or whatever, everybody's got a different number.
Right. Well, this is the U.S. Senate, Georgia U.S. Senate verified polls is what it says.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Well, I truly hope that Georgia stays red for several reasons. You know what they are. Whether you like Kemp or not, he's the best option at this current juncture, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just have to go with the lesser of the evils, and that's terrible. I mean,
No, that
okay,
shouldn't even be on the minds of a voter. But as our voting process and the people who represent us has become so convoluted, and unfortunately, a lot of your voting is that way now, and it sucks. But what do? You know. So let's jump over. Was it in the Arizona's got close race?
yeah,
And was it Arizona? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and this is not me trying to spread misinformation. I honestly don't remember. One of the states, one of the news broadcaster, whichever channel, posted stats where somebody had already lost. Was that Arizona? It was a mistake. What it was is I guess they were testing some system or something, and it wasn't supposed to be live, and it was, and it came across the TV, and people lost their shit.
I think it was. I'm looking it up right now. It's, mm,
Because it was Kari Lake. I think it was saying she'd already lost on it. Maybe. Let's see if I can find that out. I just don't want to tell you incorrectly here. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. It was Arizona TV station. There's graphics showing Kari Lake lost 12 days before elections.
12 days before the election.
Yeah. This was posted on October 27th, updated on October 28th. So that'd be, let's see. Let me see if I can find. Okay, it was Fox 10 Phoenix, I think. It says at 5:50 p.m. during the Fox 10 newscast today, a small graphic appeared on the lower left side of the screen showing test results for an upcoming election. These were generated by the Associated Press, which distributes results to clients 1/2, whatever that means. And it says this graphic was never meant to go on there. The numbers were only part of a test. The station is taking steps to make sure this cannot happen again. Okay, when I see shit like that, it makes me look for my tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Now, everybody in the chat, y'all think about that for a minute now.
Yeah.
They have prerequisite voting information loaded up. Y'all getting what I'm saying?
Yep.
Can you say planned? I'm not in any way saying that the elections will be fucked with YouTube, but that came off of a reputable website. Okay. News website.
Yeah, that was Fox 10 Phoenix. I mean, I'm looking at it right here, And it's the Washington Examiner. It's actually an article in the Washington Examiner, and they've got a screenshot or whatever of the Fox 10 Twitter. Well, it's actually a screenshot of the Twitter feed from Fox 10 Phoenix. And it's dated. I mean, this isn't shit I'm making up. I'm looking right at it. So it's just when you see things like that, after all the unrest and everything else we've experienced in this country for the past nearly 3 years, more than that actually, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. And you see shit like this, everybody that's got more than 30 IQ points is going to kind of lean back in their chair and say, So people just need to pay attention. That's all I'm saying. pay attention. I just thought that, I know that race is pretty close. And I thought, Demon was saying here that she looked really good going into the election. I think he's correct. She did. I mean, she,
Yeah, but what better way to make somebody, to discern somebody than to put some random shit like that on a TV news network?
Well, that would be disenfranchising if it was done on purpose. It would be done to disenfranchise, voters. You see this stuff all the time, not necessarily in that form, but we've all seen it in one form or another throughout our lives as long as we've been voting, whether it's an advertisement or it's misinformation or, whatever spin it is. We all know it takes place. Both sides do it. I'm not saying any one side does it more than the other. One side may be more blatant, but
so you want to share that good news you told me earlier about the Supreme Court?
Oh, yes. In Pennsylvania. Now I don't remember how recent this was. In Pennsylvania, the state Supreme Court overturned a appeals court ruling regarding absentee ballots, and that they said if the ballot is filled out incorrectly, such as it's got the date's not put on, the date's not correct. I think it may have something in there about signatures as well. They could not be counted in this midterm. So that completely blew up the original appeals court ruling, which allowed the votes to be counted. This completely throws that out.
So in Pennsylvania, they can no longer just put an X on there and send it.
Right, and the date is, hold on, it's on Town Hall. It was from, got right here on my phone. You can't really see it because it's blurred out, but it's on Town Hall. It says the Pennsylvania Supreme Court on Tuesday sided with the argument made by Republicans in their lawsuit seeking to prevent the counting of improperly completed ballots in next week's general election, throwing out the lower court's ruling that would have allowed PA election officials to count absentee and mail-in ballots that were not correctly dated and signed.
Perfect.
There's your sign. So,
well, see, that's like last election. You seen that on the news, and you heard a lot about it. Where you have the what do they call the ones that verify the ballots? What do they call those fucktards? The ones that goes in the computer and adjust them and stuff like that. If there's something messed up with it or whatever, verify or something.
I don't remember what their actual terminology is for them.
Right.
So I got some terminology for them, but I'll get in trouble.
Right. But see, I'm a firm believer that shouldn't be allowed. If you're not smart enough to fill a ballot out properly, you shouldn't vote.
No, I mean,
and they shouldn't have the ability to go in there and manipulate that. Period. It is what it is.
Yeah.
If the mark is over a Democratic vote, there it is. If it's not marked at all, then don't fucking change it. Leave it unmarked.
Right there with you, bro.
If there's 10 options on there and 9 of them's checked, then that's what you go with. You don't just leave the last one blank. You don't get to make the decision to go in there and fill in whichever one you want. It's not the way it works.
No. I agree.
I'm gonna look at adjudicators.
There you go. You were right. I just couldn't think of the terminology.
But yeah, I mean, no. So yeah.
Now, jumping around here, Fetterman's for Pennsylvania, right? That's that. He just looks like, my opinion, he looks like a scumbag. I mean, he looks like one of them guys you'd see in the hood somewhere, and he would have like a posse with him, and he'd either be breaking into cars or dealing dope. That's just how he looks. I'm not saying that's what he does. I'm saying that's how he looks. He doesn't look like a politician. He looks like a thug. and it's Oz that's running against him, right? Dr. Oz.
Yeah, that guy there, he's out there too, man. That's
Oh yeah, Dr. Oz. He's gotten kind of involved in some shady shit. That's what I remember. Different things, like he was promoting either medicinal shit or whatever. I remember him getting jammed up behind some stuff back. It's been a year or two ago. I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was something he was promoting. You know. But yes, Dr. Oz is kind of strange. But again, it's one of those deals where I would rather go with him than the Thug of the Month. I'm sorry, but yeah, you know. I'm just sitting there looking at these different folks, and Pennsylvania. It looks like, I'm trying to see if it's got any graphics here to give us an idea. Because I guess it's a primary for the governor, Senate, and lieutenant governor. For the governor is Josh Shapiro, who's a Democrat, versus Doug Mastriano. Lieutenant governor is Austin Davis, who's a Democrat, versus Kerry Del Rosso, who's a Republican. And then, of course, the Senate is John Fetterman from Thugs R Us, and Mehmet Oz, that's Dr. Oz, who's a Republican. So, just to give you an idea of, you know, what's there. And they're saying, well, I don't really understand how this works here, because I'm trying to see if it gives you any idea of who seems to have the most votes. Looks like they're trying to paint Fetterman as having 58% of the vote, which I have a hard time believing that, because I don't know. I heard he did really bad in the debate, because, you know, Fetterman, didn't he have a stroke or something?
yeah. He can barely talk or something like that.
Yeah, and I know that our Sir Stumbles-A-Lot's been in Pennsylvania kind of campaigning for him. I mean, I'm not sure if that helped or not.
They let him out of Scranton?
I guess so. I guess he got away from that toaster was chasing him.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they let him go, man. You know, he's got to drive that truck and work in the coal mine.
Yeah. You know, I'm just going to step off a minute in the rabbit hole, but I got to say it. Did anybody see where there was something about Biden taking his Corvette and racing it on a test strip somewhere against somebody?
No.
Yeah,
I think that's how elections should be done.
Well,
now you got me looking that up.
I'm looking up too, because I want to get the complete. Colin Powell's son and Biden, and this is back in 2016. It's not something recent.
Oh, the Corvette challenge. It's back on the news now.
Yeah, but this looks like
CNN.
Okay, well here's my thing. Like he has a Corvette. Okay. But this is a guy who, that's the New York Post. October 27th, 2022.
Yeah, he was in a 67 Corvette at speeds of 118 miles an hour.
Yeah, this is from 2016 though. But anyways, my argument is, here's a guy who's pushing all this going green and, renewable energy and electric cars. You got to use your Ryobi generator to keep charged, shit like that. But yet he's got a Corvette that, let's face it, it ain't a damn EV vehicle. And he's ripping that son of a bitch up and down the road. I know maybe not now because he run into something, but I'm saying it's kind of hypocritical. You drive a very expensive sports car and you don't drive it just to drive it. You got it for what it is. And you're going to tell all the little people, oh, you don't need this. You need to get an EV vehicle. It's your duty to the earth. And Sax man, that's some funny shit. I like that. That's some funny shit. And that's another thing. How I always liked Colin Powell. All right, I thought he was a great guy. And when he endorsed, I don't remember if he endorsed Obama, I think. I just scratched my head and said, "What? Huh?"
Man, I can't make sense out of a bunch of shit they do.
Well, I'm just saying, Colin Powell. I mean, I always had the utmost respect for that dude. I mean, because he was with, what was that other Marine guy involved in all that Contra shit? Come on. What is his name? Now I gotta look that up because we're going down the fucking back rabbit hole. That was our country.
While he's looking that up, everybody in the chat, make sure you go vote. Please go vote. You can't say it doesn't matter or it doesn't count if you don't go do it. It is law that you have to be allowed to go vote. So please do so. Take your ID, sign, do whatever you need to do, put your ballot in there. Get her done. You find it?
Yep, Oliver North. You remember Oliver North, don't you? He's a Marine, I believe.
I think I do remember that.
Because if I'm not mistaken, him and Colin Powell were kind of I want to say they were both kind of involved in some way. I'm not saying they were doing anything. I'm just saying I want to say both of them were kind of in that whole situation. I remember Colin Powell, I want to say the Iran-Contra stuff happened during Reagan, because it was August 20th, 85 through March 4th, 87. Damn, I was just getting out of high school. Yeah. It's been a minute, kind of ancient history, but yeah. So that's where I remember, Oliver North. And I want to say Colin Powell was in there somewhere.
Well, I mean, I can tell you Oliver North's net worth is $5 million right now.
Yeah.
That's the average pay for a politician, right?
Well, I guess so.
It says it right here, public knowledge. Salary, $2 million.
Wow. Yes, Colin Powell, he was a lieutenant general then. Yeah. He was in that whole mess too. I don't remember exactly what his involvement or role was, but I remember him and Oliver North at the hearings.
Well, okay. I mean, Oliver North was a paid speaker anyway.
Right.
I mean, that's what he was. He was a word magician. That's what he did.
Yeah. Well, hell, Oliver North he was in a TV show a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. So, just one of those things. Anyway, sorry, I went down the rabbit hole. I had to find out. Now everybody heard a bunch of ancient history.
No worries, but you know,
Oh, but okay. So we've covered Georgia, we've covered Pennsylvania, we've covered Arizona. Wasn't there another race somewhere?
was it North Carolina?
Let me see.
I think that one was running kind of tight.
Let's see here. Here we go. Says Senate control is likely to come down to these 4 states. Now, granted, bear with me. I'm on the Communist News Network politics site, so got to take everything with a grain of salt here. They're saying Arizona and Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. Now, Georgia's a toss-up. This is by the Communist News Network's own little polling, which could be going down to the Wing Shack on 2nd Avenue and asking them. I don't know. Pennsylvania, toss-up. Nevada, toss-up. They're saying Arizona is going to tilt Democratic. Now, I don't know if I believe that. We'll just have to wait and see because.
Yeah, so North Carolina is Ted Budd and Sherry Beasley.
Okay.
Sherry Beasley, whatever, however you say her name.
So how does that look? I mean, does it say anything about being a close race?
Let me see. Let's see if it'll give me some information. I don't know. Everything you click on seems to be kind of sketchy, you know?
Of course it does. I'm on the Charlotte Observer now looking. And trying to see what it says.
Well, see, Biden won North Carolina 49.9 to 48.6 in 2020.
Wow.
Well, that's what was reported. So,
well, here's how they've got the generation absentee ballot type cross tabulation broke down, which I find kind of interesting. And we can go to some other things in a minute. This is for North Carolina. It says Generation Z, which is considered 18 to 25. Absentee ballot type male, they've casted 6,403. One stop, which I'm not sure what the hell that means. Maybe you're dropping them off, whatever. 37,476. Then we go down to the next generation, which would be millennial, 26 to 41. Mail-in, 11,278. And one stop, 106,085.
All right, I got the numbers now, too.
Okay.
So right now it's Ted Budd at 46.9 and Sheree Beasley at 43. So he's winning right now.
Is Ted Budd the Republican?
Yes, he is the Trump-backed Republican.
Okay. Well,
so, yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm going to ask you a question off the cuff. You don't have to answer it if you think it's going to bring bad karma. Do you think there's going to be a red wave?
I think it's being I don't think a lot of people's voted yet on the Republican side, is my opinion. simply because of some certain beliefs, and you and I have had that conversation.
Right.
So I do believe that the House and the Senate is going to be took over completely.
Okay.
If, damn it, why are you baiting me in, man? You know,
Dude, I told you don't have to answer. You
no,
look.
I'm
You
gonna
can.
answer it. I'm gonna answer it politically correct. You know, in our great nation of fair elections and things being done properly, I do believe that the Republicans have the advantage in going into this election.
Okay.
All fair, love, and war, right? So
There you
yeah,
go. Okay. All right. Um, I am cautiously hopeful that the red wave is going to happen.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put any money on it. I wouldn't bet.
Well, I mean, there's just what I'm seeing. My gut tells me that it's coming. That basically the Republicans are a sleeping giant, and they are done with the woke schools, the all this other bullshit, the economy, inflation. I mean, the us sending our grandchildren's tax dollars to Ukraine. They're done.
Well, I'd also like to think about it this way too. You know, eh, and I'm not inaccurate when saying this, and it is a proven fact. Uh, Most of your Republicans, well, there it is in the chat. It just popped up, but I'm with Demon on this and Sachs man. So the Republicans normally wait until the last time frame to go and vote, and
Right.
probably the reason for that is they're out working. I mean they're trying to
Yeah.
actually
They're providing the tax dollars they're paying for the Democrats.
right. So I want to look that information up prior. Let me see here. Prior to alleviating. Let me see here.
Leave no stone unturned, brother.
Yeah. So how do I word this?
Percentage of Republican voters who work and percentage of Democratic voters who work. Is that the graphic you're looking for?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
All righty. Let's jump down that rabbit hole. It sounds like it's going to be fun. Okay.
Well, that doesn't make me feel good right there. Jeez.
Well, here's my problem.
Okay. Oh, no, here it is right here.
Okay.
YouTube, before you even come on it, this is on a government official website. Okay.
Oh, hell. It must be true.
It says that Democratic bipartisan nation of beneficiaries. As for political characteristics, Democrats are more likely than Republicans or independents to have received poverty, unemployment, or assisted living.
Okay, well, that's a no-brainer.
And I'm reading that directly off of here. And here's a chart, and it's wow, that's kind of sad. So if you break down the United States into a pie graph, 55% of the United States populace has ever received benefits. 45% has never received.
There you go.
Right here.
There you go. There you go. Okay, well, let me give you a classic. This is my true belief. Okay. If you're somebody who's conservative, and I'm not necessarily saying you're a Republican, Democrat, I'm saying somebody's got conservative values. if you're ever in a position where you hit rock bottom and you need assistance, your ass doesn't plan to stick around and draw that shit and make that become a permanent revenue stream like some folks. And you all know who the fuck I'm talking about. So the first opportunity you get, you're going to be trying to look for a way to become self-sufficient because you've got goals and motivation. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not looking for government cheese. You don't want government cheese. You don't want to be answering to the man. You want to be self-sufficient, achieving dreams and goals, and providing for you and your family. You've got shit you want to do, right?
Right.
So I think that's where you draw a big difference between one political party and another. Now, at least in our generations. Now, I don't know what the hell millennials and all that bunch are fucking thinking because their shit's out in left field somewhere.
So I got a whole graph. I don't know if y'all can see that shit.
Yep, nope.
Oh.
Can you see diddly? I see a green screen, brother.
Oh, my God. Eh? Oh,
just explain.
Whatever. So I've got the entire breakdown. And like I said, this is a us.gov website. So I've got the entire breakdown of usage of what they call entitlement programs. Okay. So Democratic, 64%. Independent, 53%. And Republicans, 51%. All right. Now, Social Security. This is breakdown reaching age of full Social Security benefits. 67% conservatives made it to that.
Okay.
Liberal, 51%. Moderate, 51%. So that's telling you that, higher percentage of conservatives make it to Social Security age before they start claiming it, right?
Yep.
All right. Breakdown. Now here's the age breakdown on receiving benefits. 18 to 29, the age of 18 to 29, 33%. The ages 50 to 64, 21%. Ages 30 to 49, 25%. 65 and above, 97 percentile. Which that's the way it should be. You get 65 or above, you go get your Medicaid, Medicare, all that shit, right? But why is this 18 to 29? Why? Somebody explain? No?
Well, I mean, there's so many questions I got. Like, I don't understand here when I ride through a subdivision and I see signs for Kubota and Warnock, and it's not in the hood, dude. And I'm talking about house after house after house after house after house. I wasn't kept throwing shade at you, Demon. I'm just saying I got two kids that are millennials, and I don't know what fucking memo they missed I gave them, but they both missed it. So that was more directed at my kids and their friends than you. So don't take it literally. But it just, I go through these subdivisions and you see all these signs, and it's like, you got white guilt? Did you fail economics? Did you have a woke professor when you went to Emory? I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I truly, because in my case, I didn't follow politics too much until 9/11. When 9/11 happened, I woke the fuck up. Okay? And I mean, I followed some things prior to that. I mean, shit, I voted for Clinton one time, just to show you. Voted for Perot. If anybody who knows who the hell Ross Perot was, I voted for Daddy Bush. So I've been around.
So I got a confession.
Uh-oh.
First time I ever voted was Trump.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay. Dude.
So I did not vote for Obama. I didn't vote against Obama. I mean, it was, I couldn't decide. Neither one of them were worth shit in my opinion. So I was like, you know, it was kind of one of those situations where if I don't vote, then I feel like nobody can blame me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a double-edged sword, and I get it. I guess what I'm gonna say to you is, I'm proud of you the fact that you stood up and did vote finally. You know what I'm saying? Not throwing shade on your previous decision. That's up to you, bro.
Well, the thing is, my family household, I was raised up independent, right? When I say independent, that means having no affiliation with government entities at all, right? We made our own. We did what we needed to do. We worked, farmed, whatever needed to be done in order to provide, right? So we had no inclination of involving the government for assistance in any way possible.
Right.
So we just kind of kept away from politics altogether. But, you know, I mean, I started seeing just craziness. Just, I don't know. And I got involved late in politics. And
right.
I probably should have eased into it, but I did not. So, yeah, there that is. But I do vote now religiously.
Yeah.
My kids, I'm lucky. Okay. Both of mine are completely in line with my beliefs whatsoever. My children, I mean, that was a happy day. You know, a lot of people get real excited about getting their driver's license, stuff like that. My daughter, was more excited that she got a confirmation of her registration, being registered to vote, than she was when she got her driver's license. And I mean, that's what we got to get back to. And yeah, I'm a proud papa. I'll go ahead and say it.
Good. That's awesome.
But, you know, I live in an area where it's not so corrupted. We don't have male strippers and shit like that at our school. You know what I'm saying? That's just not happening. We don't have stuff like that. You don't see anything like that. I think when they were doing, I think when we had, what was it? BLM, you know, remember where they were going to every town and people were going to the courthouse. We had one fucking guy show up at the courthouse holding a sign by himself.
Yep.
And he wasn't even black. I mean, well, I'll just say it like it is. He was white, you know, pink hair, skinny jeans.
Mm-hmm.
He stood there for a few minutes and then he was like, okay, I'm the only one. No, I'm out. So, I mean, and it's all about where you live at and stuff like that. But the values, and we do what we can as adults to try to bestow our beliefs on our children and stuff like that. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. If it always worked, then we wouldn't have these problems that we're dealing with now, right? But the thing is, a lot of people think it's too late. I don't think it's too late. I mean, I think if you reach one, you can reach several, right? And that's what the goal is. But now, I mean, politics has gotten so strong now that it'll separate friendships.
Oh yeah,
easily.
Absolutely.
I mean, somebody that you would have taken a bullet for yesterday, right? All of a sudden, they don't support your political values, and you're no longer friends.
Yeah, I've seen that happen with my stepkids, one of his lifetime kids, you know, lifelong friends he grew up with. Just drank the damn liberal Kool-Aid on it and fell in the ditch. And just because my stepson doesn't walk to that drum beat, I mean, he makes a spectacle of it about, well, I just don't know if I need to keep these kind of people in my life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, really? You know, So I know exactly what you're talking about, brother.
Yeah, I mean, and it's that sheltered lifestyle that's kind of been beaten into the children's brains. That it's me, me, me. It's about me, me, me. The hell with everybody else. My beliefs matter. Nobody else's matter. I mean, you can't even have an open conversation with anybody.
No. Everything's twisted around. It's about, well, you're going to offend somebody, or you're not thinking about my feelings. Fuck your feelings. We're grown ass adults. Why am I worried about whether you're offended or not? As long as I'm not dropping the F-bomb and threatening to, beat your mom over the head, I don't see what the issue is.
Well, not directly.
Well, you get what I'm saying. So, I mean, people are just, it's like, when I hear people talk, well, you might offend someone. Fuck them. When I was growing up, how many times did somebody say some shit to me I didn't like? Lots. But you know what? I got thick skin from it. And now I can give as good as I get, if not better. I'm not intimidated by that shit. It made me a better person.
I mean, you learn about it. It's okay to have open debates. I mean, hell, me and you, we come on here together. We've debated before. We've debated on here.
Yeah,
but we're still friends. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No,
I'm a facts person. If you hit me with facts and say, "Hey, Vanguard, you're full of shit, man," here's the deal. I look at him like, "Oh shit, my bad. I was misinformed. Whatever." It happens a lot with me, y'all. If you don't realize that in the chat, I'll spout out some bullshit and need to be reeled in real quick, which is fine. There's no problem with that. But if we could get away from that damn, me attitude that everybody has, and the thing is, I've mentioned this before, education is key to the survival of our country, and right now it's not there. I mean, you go back and think, when they took away the need to teach a child how to sign their name, that's pretty bad.
Or writing in cursive.
That's what I'm saying. You have to teach your kids how to sign their name. And why do you need to teach them that? Why is it? Oh, it's not important. Yes, it is. Anybody can fucking write and print. So that means if y'all think about this now. If somebody can't have their own genuine signature, everybody prints, right? Block printing. How easy is it to force something?
Well, no, I'm going to go a step further than that. We're going to go right with the tinfoil hat on. Okay? Not only that, but by removing you having your own signature, it removes you from being an individual.
Absolutely.
It makes you a number.
Yeah. Where's the Me Too right on that?
So you can say what you want, but if you don't have a signature that is yours, specific to you, not some printed out shit in block letters, but a signature. Looks like you've been signing for shit for UPS for 30 years. Can't read it. Looks like a doctor. If you don't have that, then that's kind of something that's unique to you that you developed over the years as an adult. And to not have that, you become a number. You literally do. Everything you do is a number. Think about when you're in school. If you're a student, you have a student number. As an American citizen, you have a Social Security number. You feel me? You begin to see a pattern here? You're assigned a fucking number. Yep. If you have a bill, you got a damn account number. Think about it.
Well, I know everybody's seen the e-sign shit.
Oh, yeah. I hate that shit.
I am skeptical as hell about that.
Man, but this all goes back to it, and I think, again, this is kind of a generational thing. I would much rather, if I've got an issue or I need to discuss something, handle, I don't want to do that shit over a phone. I don't want to do it chatting. I want to look face to face in somebody's damn eyes and have a conversation. Just like when I go to the store, to buy something. I don't want to wait on myself. That's not why I'm fucking there. If that's what I wanted to do, I want my shit on Amazon and have it dropped at the door. I'm there for the human interaction because I get tired of talking to fucking dogs. I like to go out and talk to people. Okay? So I guess it's just because, like I said, I'm old school. I believe there's a lot of merit in face-to-face communication interaction with your fellow man or woman. You can learn a lot more about somebody face-to-face having a damn conversation in person than you ever will on a phone, chatting, Zooming, video calling, whatever the fuck it is. You're going to learn a lot more about that person in 5 minutes face-to-face with them. Mark my words.
Absolutely. It's a proven fact.
Yeah, absolutely. You know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We're in the shitter. Just got to keep from going around the bowl and swirling.
Oh.
But, I don't know, man. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But anywho,
we've done.
Make sure y'all vote.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Hit them with some strength and knowledge there, T.
All right. First of all, thank all of you for being here. I know we jumped down some rabbit holes, but that's what kind of makes it fun. You just never know where we're going to end up. That being said, like Vanguard was saying, if you haven't voted, please do. I know there's people out there because they don't want to do jury duty and shit like that. I get it. I'm probably one of the few people on the face of the earth that actually enjoys jury duty. But do it. These elections are important. We're talking about our republic here. I know things go bleak at times, and we need to make the effort. Let's try and right this ship. That being said, again, thank all of you for being here. Stay safe. Keep your eye on the prize. Pay attention to what's going on around you, and we will see you on the flip side.
Absolutely. But yeah, like T said, you know, I mean, we got to do what we can. I know the confidence is not there. That your vote's going to matter 100%. But you can't just not do anything. I mean, that you absolutely admit defeat if you don't do anything. And I, for one, am not going to do that. There's no way in hell I'm going to bow down and just take it. So I'll be out there voting. Am I going to wait till the last minute? You're damn right I am. I'm going to wait till the last minute. I've got my own personal beliefs on that matter, so I will support my own beliefs. And it's going to be a family event. The whole family will be riding out together. And I mean, we've already had our conversations on what we plan to do with voting. We can do that amongst ourselves, and it's all laid out. So y'all stand in confidence that old Vanguard is going to definitely fucking vote. So y'all get out there. Don't leave me by myself. All right. Now, I ain't scared to go in alone, but I'd like to come out with somebody standing there. But anyway, thank y'all for coming out. Any of y'all that wants to come on here Thursday, let me know. We will not miss that show unless YouTube cancels us again. But you know, anyway, I got a plan for that too. So yeah. So y'all keep an eye on the channel. Even though they take your videos down and ban you from making lives for 90 days on your next offense, I can still post comments on the board. So if something happens, y'all look for that. There'll be another channel available. All right. But anyway, that's all I got. Thank y'all for coming out. Make sure if y'all want to come on here Thursday, let us know. If you got ideas for what you want to talk about, let us know. I have no problem with that. If you want to come on here and be the star of the show, we'll talk about your subject. Bring it on. We're fine. I mean, me and T, we're very good at Googling shit. So I mean, we'll pull up some information and act like we've known our whole lives.
That's it.
Hey, if I read 2/3 of a paragraph on a 900-page book, I'm an expert. Just saying. But anyway, thank y'all again. Y'all take care. Be safe out there. Please remember to go vote. I will be mentioning that again Thursday, all the way up until time to go. So we got 7 more days after this, and we're going to start seeing results. But anyway, y'all take care. See y'all later.
Night, everyone.